self-temperance, self-control, showing them that this is how a family in this awakening is. This is the love that we share amongst each other, especially sisters. Sisters, for some reason, y'all find a reason to have attitudes with each other. That this sister looked at me the wrong way. She must got something going on with her. Now you done put a whole month of bad energy because this sister walked in and looked at you the wrong way. You don't know what was on her mind, what she might have just been dealing with, and she just thinking, but she ain't speaking to me today. All of a sudden, there's trouble in the camp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's important, and I'm gonna say this, in 2017, and really understand my heart when I'm saying this. It's important for everybody to function in their role, in their position. You are not less to function in the role of what a woman's supposed to function in.
No.
That's it, to the highest level.
Right.
Because I don't deal with titles. And I hope we don't never get to no point where we got to start putting titles behind people. Because titles, it'll make you think, oh, I'm the bishop. You see what I'm saying? I'm the head chief, Pocahontas, John Smith apostle. You know, like, man, don't sit down so long. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Reverend Deacon Doctor.
Usher up.
But it's important for us to function and what the Most High, because you got a spirit that is trying to take women out of their element and take men out of their element.
Right.
That's right.
And I'm gonna tell you, it's so many young women that need y'all guidance.
Hallelujah.
We try to focus on so much, but these young girls are hurting because 8 out of 10 of them have been molested and they don't know what to do with that.
Right.
So they growing up with these hurts and these pain, but what? Mama ain't paying attention to me. Looking for love in all the wrong places. It's a ministry that they need to learn how to be a woman, how to develop as a woman, how to walk in womanhood, how to be a Proverbs 31 woman, how to be a Titus 2 woman. I need to know, mama, because Nicki Minaj gonna show me something else.
Right.
And if you ain't spending time with them, that culture is. So that's why times I know we be tired, and I'm talking to myself too. But you have to take them times out that you spending time. And sisters, we need y'all. I promise you.
Yeah.
We need y'all so bad, because some stuff we can't talk about as men, because it ain't gonna come off right. You see what I'm saying? But when a sister, that's why the Most High styled y'all as wisdom. And y'all give that. Y'all give insight and give wisdom. And that's areas, because sometimes a man can just be too rough. He can be too dogmatic. He can be too much this, that we ain't got that balance, and that woman can bring that wisdom. That's why it's important, man. You better listen to your wife when she telling you something. Because the Most High put that in her. So she can begin to see things in the vision that can be harmful before we see it, because it's something about a woman that her intimacy level sometimes seems like it go deeper than a man's intimacy level with the Most High. So when a man is functioning the way he's supposed to do and a woman functioning the way he's supposed to do, then you got the Most High. Because there's elements in him that he put in man and elements about him that he put in the woman. That's why it's important to go to him to understand each other. You see what I'm saying? But when everybody is in their fit, the Most High can put his glory on. Because it would be beautiful to see how many young women can learn that I ain't got to use my body to attract a man.
Right.
I ain't got to be promiscuous to get attention. That's what my daddy was there with me. My daddy understood me. My daddy held my hand and went after nothing. You see what I'm saying? My mama told me how a woman should operate, how we should be. So that's why it's important. That's on y'all. Us brothers can't do that.
No.
That's on y'all. So that's the area that y'all have to buy into and say, I'm going to commit myself. If I have to study this, if I have to study abuse women, I'm finna make sure our women good. If I got to study sexually abused young girls and what to do to minister to them, to develop them, to bring them where they need to be. We need y'all. But we need you in what you're called to be.
Right.
And men, we need you in what you're called to be. Women, it takes y'all to push a man to where he needs to be in leadership. Because some stuff I didn't realize I could do till my wife started pushing. I was never a person that liked building stuff and putting stuff together. But my wife be like, baby, I believe you can do this. You can do that, baby. Look at that. Look at you, got that wood together. You hammering. When you get done, boo, I'ma bless you. Come on in this room and get blessed. I got blessed. I got happy. What else you want me to be about? But she knew areas in my life that was weak that can help my leadership and make me be a man. See what I'm saying? So it's important to position your man and push me and say, y'all supposed to be out front. Now I'm not saying, put the man in front of the husband, the woman in the back. No. Y'all supposed to be on what? The front line. Right. I can't have you cowering in back and getting behind me. Yeah. Right. Y'all supposed to be front. And the sisters, I'm telling you, one thing about our sisters, they don't play about us. At all. You cross a sister husband that really love her husband, she gonna be at your body. You be trying to come, baby, just I got this, boo. I got this. You see what I'm saying? Because it's in her nature to protect and nurture. Saying that's why, it takes wisdom to learn each other. Because some stuff, she ain't just trying to fuss at you, but it's part of her nurturing. Right. And she trying to get you to see. You see what I'm saying? Because that's part of their nature. So what I'm saying, everybody functioning in what they're supposed to do, and man, we will blow these things out the water. Because some of us already got this in us, but the first thing we have to do before we become a leader is what? Deal with ourselves. Right. Because I promise you, the stuff that you'd have been to, if you've been through it, if you quit being ashamed of it and speak on it, you'll deliver so many young ladies that would be, grafted to you and want to be with you and want to learn from you, because some young ladies can't talk to their mom because they ain't got the relationship, so they'd rather talk to an outside source. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's everybody push into what we're supposed to do. We can change the viewing of what Israelites supposed to be. Why? Because the love we show for each other, for our families being one, being together. So we're walking in our full purpose. Everybody walking in what they're intended to be. Psalms 133. Everybody. And just going back to what he's talking about, that unity. And remember, this is a ministry, right? We're ministering to people, right? So we're gonna read it short, right? Behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in what? Unity. Now listen what he compares it to now. It's like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down the beard, even who? Aaron. Now who is Aaron? He's the priest, right? So the anointing of Aaron's beard, what it's showing you is that's the calling, that's the purpose, that's the righteousness, and how righteous it is. He's saying that when you anoint it, like just like when Samuel anointed Dawid and Shaul, right? Pointed upon them, they were able to what? Walk in their calling. So he's telling you that the only way you can walk in your calling is through what? Unity. It's just like what? The anointing that was on Aaron's beard, or the high priest, right? That it went down even to the skirts of his garment. So think about this. When we think about anointing, we think about getting in line, put your hands up, dip it and put a little circle in your head on the cross, or throw you down on the ground. They poured it down from their head down to their skirt. So they basically poured them all over with that ornament. It said it went all the way down to the edge of his garments, right? Covering them. Wow. So going back to the other context of what you said about covering each other through what? Unity. Because what? Love covers a what? Multitude of sins. That's how you overcome. That's how you become one, right? And it goes on, as the dew of Hermon, as the dew that descended upon the mountain of Zion, for Yahuwah commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. So all these things are blessing, it's unity, it's a calling that we walk in, it's an anointing, it's strength. All those things are us dwelling in unity. That's why we should always endeavor with the 5 things to agree and not disagree. Like we were talking about earlier, that don't mean that we ain't always got to agree on every single thing. Exactly. Right? Exactly. There be certain things you might, I might think it's like this or like that. It don't matter. The main thing is that what, like Mashiach says, we be one like him and y'all are one. Exactly. Because as long as we do that, we got power to do anything. We got power to tread on serpents. We got power to remove mountains. We can overcome any obstacle that stands in front of us. But if we divide it, a house that divided against itself can do what? Can't stand. Yes, we got to get to the point where we're willing to have the hard discussions. Because a lot of times we're used to running.
Right.
We get offended and we don't talk to nobody. We gone, ain't nobody seeing you in a month. Why? Because somebody offended you, but you don't know how to express your feelings. That's something, like I'm saying, you got to be honest with yourself and learn how to express your feelings. One thing with me and my wife dealt with when we first got together. She had to get to the point where she would write her feelings down to me. And I would read, and at first I was like, baby, talk! I ain't finna read no letter. I ain't got time to read no letter. Why you just can't say it? But then, I was pushing her further away because she was at least trying to express to me what was going on. You see what I'm saying? Because one thing about a woman, once she understands that you care about what she's thinking about, then she can work with
Right.
it. Don't call her stupid. Don't say that's dumb. That don't make no sense. That's retarded. You know what I'm saying? You putting a dagger. Because it's like this. It's like this. I ain't got nothing I can do. Well, that's just, we're going to do imaginary. You got a dot right here, a dot right here, and a dot right here. Right? This dot at the top is the relationship. No, this dot at the top is the relationship. Then you got the man and you got the woman. The things that you do, either you're going to enhance at the top, or you're going to have a gun and you're going to keep shooting. Pow, 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 pow. And after a while, the relationship's going to fall. That's why the man is doing something and the woman is doing something that kills that relationship. And that's one thing that me and my wife had to realize. I don't care how I have been all my life. If it's killing the relationship, because I ain't blaming you, but if it's killing the relationship, I have to find a way to stop.
Right.
That's what, above all, I want this relationship to work because there's so many crazy people out here. I don't want no crazy folks out here. I got a jewel right here. So we finna make this work. But I gotta look at what is it about me that's killing this up here. And I have to be honest with myself. Because after a while, if we both keep shooting, relationship will fall and we just together with no relationship there. So it's important to understand the things that I'm doing, is it building this or is it taking away from this? And that's the areas in our life that we have to begin to look at and ask the Holy Spirit to help us with. All right, so that's pretty much foundational of what we're about, man. This is what we're about. Anybody have anything they want to add before we move to another section?
I think sometimes it's to be, not that you're going to exalt yourself, but in order to be a good leader, you also got to be a good father.
Yeah, yes,
right.
yes. That's real. That's real.